years ago, I was sitting in my health class, bored out of my mind, when suddenly, out of nowhere, Doris miraculously manages to conjure up another assignment that, in my opinion, didn't seem to contain any educational purposes whatsoever. For 10 measly marks, we were supposed to go to the nearest convenience store and take inventory on all dental care cosmetics and write it all down on 3 flippin' pieces of paper that we were given, complete with criteria to fill out, which was all exactly as boring as it sounds. We had almost 3 months to do it. In the same week the assignment was going to be zeroed, our principal, Mr. Mendel, took all 5 of us to the nearest town and into a tiny convenience store with a cosmetics aisle. I looked down miserably at my criteria paper. Name 4 types of toothbrushes, you can see. Wee. I wanted to start writing, but I hadn't brought a clipboard. So I used the only thing at my disposal, the floor. Although I must have looked ridiculous, I hunched over my paper on the ground like a praying Buddhist and jotted down all the information my stupid criteria paper demanded of me. We went on like this for a while until it happened. I was kneeling there, minding my own business and peacefully following my paper's instructions when I'm suddenly looking at a pair of black shoes directly in front of my face. My eyes followed the legs up from the shoes to the face of the owner high above my position on the floor. He had a full salt and pepper beard and a small turban on his head. He smiled down at me, pointed straight to my right, and said in a deep accented voice,
"If you are Hindu, east is that way. You are facing south. You are praying to the sun god."
I blinked. My train of thought took a long walk off a short pier, and all ideas of toothpaste and dental floss were discarded from my mind like cargo off a sinking ship. I realized what the heck was happening. This guy, bless his heart, had thought I was praying to Ra in the middle of the co-op's cosmetics aisle because I'd been hunched over my criteria paper like a repenting monk, trying to tell it which brand of dental floss was best for gingivitis, which coincidentally must have looked as though I was praying. My 13-year-old brain went into overdrive as I thought how I would tell this guy that I'd in fact not been repenting for past sins, but peacefully completing my stupid dental criteria sheet. So I, being the smart aleck kid that I was, looked up at his genuinely concerned face and said, "Mister, the only reason I would pray to any sun god is if he could help me with this dental assignment." Obviously, this was not the response he had anticipated. What did he expect me to say? "Oh, sorry, my bad. Sun gods are for Thursdays, I forgot." Maybe he had expected me to turn east, apologizing for forgetting my Hindu compass at home, and thank him for pointing me in the right direction. But instead, this kind-hearted guy had the trashy luck to run into a disrespectful schmuck like me. So he left me there in the cosmetics aisle without saying anything. I never saw that guy again, but I did get a 0 on the assignment because I ran out of time. To which I think this might be a pretty decent excuse. I just wasn't sure Doris would believe me.